you never done something, you're not good at something if you never try it. And if you don't try it, then you never know if you're good at it. So I told him, look, this is why I'm going to do. I never done it. I will understand that you are kind of fear, but let's jump on a call and let's find a solution where I give you something to show you that it will work. And if it doesn't work, you don't have to pay me, but give me the chance to try. So I got the contract. It was deal. It took me 20 minutes, 20 minutes call, then 5 minutes to send him the contract. 10 minutes after I had the contract signed this morning. The fact is, like, I was the most expensive from the 15 people who apply. I am the most expensive. So for him, the price was not the price was not the main discussion. He was worrying if I had experience, and everybody was saying, yes, I have experience, and in a way that he didn't believe it. And when he finds someone who say, I have no experience, but I had no experience in IT before and I was successful, look at this. I had no experience with gym club, but look at this. I had no experience with all this, and look at this, you know. Then you say, okay, you submit something relevant. I can feel that you're going to try to do the best to get me going over the 15 days. You're the most expensive, but I trust you. I see many companies making these mistakes because they give too much information from the beginning, from the first discussion. Even from their first message, for example, they give too much information. And when you give too much information to someone, it doesn't need you anymore. It's not like 20 years ago where you were probably 1 or 2 or 3 person doing the same thing and reaching out to someone. Right now, you're 50 who reach out daily to this person. So the guy is knowing everything already. But if you don't create this little curiosity that the guy wants to learn more about what you're going to offer him, never jump on a call with you. He never jump on a call with you. And it's not a question about give me your hourly rate. Like, just to give you an example, how to overcome this hourly rate. I mean, because this is one of the questions I have got the most. It's like, sir, I mean, when someone say, yeah, let's go on a call, but first give me your rate. If you give your rate, you never go jump on a call. It disappears. He's got a rate. Then he waits for someone else who will come. He's going to say, give me your rate. They're going to give $2 less, and he's going to go with it. When someone was asking the price, I was like, I understand this is very important in the negotiation. Are we already on the step that we're going to negotiate? Otherwise, look, you probably know that the rate will depend on the seniority of the developer you need, the number of developers, the number of hours. So you know that. Yes, you know. Yes, I know. First, yes. First victory, I say. So what I can do right now is to give you a range. Okay, give me your range. So we have developers who start at $23. They are junior, $23 per hour. Even if it's 34, it doesn't matter the numbers, you know. It doesn't matter. You need to understand it doesn't matter. What is important is the range you're going to give. So you say start with 23. But if you're looking for very super top-notch skilled developers and with some very specific qualification, we are at $100 per hour, you know. And now you create the curiosity because he wants to know between 23 and 100 what it is for him specifically. And he's going to start to give you information. He's going to go on a call because now he wants to know. And of course he wants the cheapest one. But he's going to, in his brain, he's going to say, yeah, but the cheapest one, if there is such a raise, maybe it's not good for my project. So I need to talk with them. And then the usual conversation say, yeah, but will it be possible to test them? Will it be possible to have a conversation with them, interview them? Because we are very specific. And that's where the magic happens. Stop trying to sell. And for sales coach, this is I mean, this is very strange for the student, because yeah, you sales coach and you tell us not to sell. And don't misunderstand me. Of course you need to sell, but the way I'm saying it is like, stop trying to sell directly. It's not like 20 years ago or 20 or 30 years ago when I started my career. In sales, you could sell directly because there was not that much information. There was no social media. I started my career with no social media. I didn't even have a computer. There was no mobile phone. I don't know how much people in this room can remember that moment. I was already selling at that moment. So, and during the last 30 years, nothing changed really, you know. The tools changed, but the principle didn't change. Now, when you succeed to create an environment for selling and you stop selling, that's the moment you're going to start selling. The goal right now in 2021, it's not to try to do direct sales. It's to create an environment for people to ask you, what are you doing? What are the benefits of your solution? What can you do for me? And when you succeed to have those people asking you this, well, you're already halfway. You're already halfway. You got their attention, which is the most complicated. In sales, no, it's a blessing. When you receive a no, you should be happy, because that means that you're not going to waste time with this person who have no interest for you. Spend your time with people who say yes, and you cannot have 10,000 yes. So it's better to have 10,000 no and 1 yes, because this yes, you can dedicate time to him. If you have 10,000 yes, that's the same thing that no, you know, you won't be able to handle them correctly. So I always say, try to go for the no. Tell them, it's okay to tell me no. Please tell me no. Tell me you're not interested. Because the guy at that moment, if he say yes, he's really interested. On social media, at each moment, you need to qualify. Every single message has to end by a qualifying question. And don't misunderstand, I'm going to demonstrate, but a qualifying question is that not like, are you interested? That's not a qualifying message. It's not a qualified question. A qualifying question is like, now that you have this information, do you want to go further? You know, it's not open question, but it's qualified question. Make the customer answer to open question. Believe me, he doesn't have the time for this. So you killing the deal by yourself. Even if you have an interest and you ask something that he's going to take time to reply and stuff like that. Now, if you help him by asking qualifying question that he can easily say the most easy answer, yes or no, you can build a completely structure of a communication that will lead to a sale. Because you make it easy for him, not wasting time, and then you lead the conversation, not him. You lead the conversation. When someone can only say yes, no, you know, in messaging, it's easy. In America, you will face some people who are more direct. And then it makes so much sense to qualify them the way I'm doing it, because those guys don't have time to answer your open questions and through social media. So I will tell you during the masterclass, I will make a clear division and try to make not like I will go for Europe. I will go country by country. In America, you can basically cut the country in two, West and East, where in East you will have some more, I will say, British people who are going to be very polite, very straightforward, but in a polite way, straightforward, and very practical, you know. Tell me quickly what you do, blah, blah, blah. On the West zone, on the West Zone, you will have more people being like more casual, more relaxed, and where you will have more conversation, more, you know, more blah 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 conversation before arriving to the topic. In Europe, it's kind of common. People are kind of except on the south, people are kind of how do you say, they touch base, you know, they touch the heart, they are on heart. If you go to Germany, it's very like okay, just like poof. In France, you need to speak, you need to make it, and you need to listen because they like to speak about how good they are, you know. In Scandinavia, you have another mentality. It's kind of cool mentality in Netherlands also, and so on and so on. But yeah, mainly the difference is like in Europe, you might need to be a little bit more concrete. In East America is going to be very straightforward, and you know, kind of fast discussion. And in California, you will have more cool people, but sometimes dealing with cool people is the most complicated because they won't give you the information, they won't talk. They will always come back to yeah, the weather is good, you know. If you come to the masterclass, you will have access to exactly my templates, the way I'm doing, the way I get the people interacting with me, the way I get the people on a call with me non-stop. I gave you. And we go further. If you have a specific need, specific niche, we will do it together during the masterclass. And we will try it right away, not 2 weeks after. We will send those messages right away. So if you come to the masterclass, bring your computer with.